Welcome here to Colac Local Footy FM Facebook page and also on maxblakemedia.com. It's one-on-one time this week and I'm speaking to Brregurra premiership captain Micky Davis. Good afternoon, Micky. Thanks for talking to me today, mate.
No worries, Max.
Now, mate, the Saints, a couple of wins in a row and looking pretty sharp at the moment. Got a few tough games coming up in the next few weeks, but all things going all right at the moment down there at Brregurra.
Yeah, we've had a couple of good wins. We had a loss to, I think it was Forest just before the bye, which is a bit disappointing because we managed to string a few together. But yeah, things have started to turn around for us now. We had a bit of a slow start, but you're right as well. The next month will be tough, but hopefully if we can pinch a few wins there, we might sort of secure a spot there in the five, but we'll just have to wait and see.
Yeah, I was just about to mention the slow start. Micky, I thought a lot of people, I guess, it caught a lot of people by surprise, and I think everyone was sort of claiming this is the downfall, Brregurra's time's over and all that sort of stuff. But since, I guess, that first month, you guys, I know you've dropped a couple of games in between, but you've had some pretty good performances as well. What do you put your hat on around the turnaround?
Yeah, I guess we do have a fairly young group. I guess there are a few older ones, which we have had those couple of mid-season recruits as well, which has definitely helped. But yeah, I guess the pre-season probably wasn't as big as we've done in the past, and just with a few younger guys coming in, the younger guys are definitely playing better football as we've sort of progressed. So that's been a big turning point, I think. But yeah, just with the addition of a couple of older heads as well, I think just a combination of those things has sort of got better as we've progressed, and we still hope to sort of improve in these last few rounds, and hopefully as I said, secure a spot in the five, which would be good.
Could have just said it was yourself, Micky. You came in the side and you've turned things around yourself. You missed the first few weeks, but since you've returned, the Saints' form have been pretty good.
Yeah, I guess it's hard. Well, we were certainly very competitive in those early rounds as well. We played some good opposition. We were only going down by a couple of goals, so we were always sort of confident that once we sort of got everyone out there in a few games, because as I said, we only had I think one practice match before we started as well, so we were fairly light on in terms of actual game time together with a few new guys coming together. So we were always confident we would eventually get there, but it's probably just taken a little bit of time. And obviously coming back from injury, and a couple of other guys missed games there early on as well. And then with the addition of the likes of Tim McLean, Jace Kelly, Tom McCrickard, who are all very good players, it sort of helped turn our season around a bit.
I'll speak about those players shortly, but you've played 8 games this year, mate, and out of the 7 games you've played, you've been in the best players as well. Crossing back from the GFL to the CDFL, and probably we'll go the year before, crossing from the CDFL to the GFL, just tell us a bit about the difference with the two leagues, and probably did it bring it back a little bit, because your pace that you use was fantastic. I interviewed Kane Smart on the weekend, and he just said he's been, everyone's sort of now to his level a little bit, and he has to increase his game style and change a few things. Did you have to change a few things when he went back to Colac last year?
Yeah, I guess I played a bit of a different role. We sort of had a lot more rotations and that sort of thing going. So yeah, certainly the setup was a bit different. We'd probably spend sort of a quarter to a third of the game on the bench. Yeah. So it was definitely it's something new, rather than, I guess, most times on a Saturday, if you have a break on the bench, it's only brief here at Brregurra. But there, it was certainly expected that you played at a high level for a shorter period of time and sort of got in there and got out. So that was probably the biggest change. Yep. But I certainly enjoyed the year. It was a good experience, and it's certainly a higher level of football. But just enjoy being back at Brregurra and playing with mates and that sort of thing. So,
how have you found crossing back down to the CDFL, mate? Have you brought anything from the Colac Tigers to your game style that you learned from there to what you're playing now?
Probably not a great deal, I guess. It was just because I'd done a few pre-seasons in there at Colac before. I guess I like to try and get fit and do that sort of aspect. So in terms of just sort of training hard and constantly being there, and I guess I do. Now that I am getting a bit older and we've got those younger kids, I do try and sort of pass on a bit. I'm probably not great at that, but I'm still learning that. So hopefully, I can take those experiences from playing in at Colac and pass them on to the younger guys coming through.
Now, Lukey Phillips has been your coach this season, mate. His form has been absolutely fantastic. I think me and Spider talked about. He's always been a great player, and I've rated him very, very highly, and I think everyone else does in the league. But he seems to have gone up a huge level this year. I've noticed him kicking goals this year, been in the best every week. What's he like as a coach?
Luke's a great coach. Well, I had him early days back at Bury when he came back, and yeah, I've always got along with Luke really well. But yeah, he's a great coach, and yeah, again with the younger guys, I guess week to week our team has been changing quite a bit. So he's sort of gone where we needed to fill a bit of a hole. He has gone forward the last couple of weeks with McLean and McCrickard being away, but then on the weekend he just slotted back in the back line where we needed him, and yeah, he's been fantastic. He's sort of on-field leadership and his voice and that sort of thing is second to none that I've seen, even at the GFL level. His voice and that sort of thing's just unbelievable.
Now, you did get to play in the interleague game this year, mate, as well, with Luke and Malikan as well, the three Brregurra boys that represented it. How did you find interleague, mate? It was a great win, but I guess the bonding part of things, if I've spoken from other players, Sean Calcito and Jason Cartwright and these boys that were part of the side and running as well, they just said the bonding was just fantastic. How did you find it?
Yeah, no, spot on. It was a great day. I can't believe they haven't sort of got into it earlier. Like, I think it's 10 years or whatever it's been since it's been done. But no, I had an absolute ball, and yeah, as they've probably touched on, it was just great to play with the guys you're sort of against every week, and yeah, it was a great day, the training nights and that sort of thing. Everyone got along really well, so I think going forward it'll be a good concept and well supported by all the teams, because I imagine all the guys that were involved have gone back to their clubs and sort of talked about how much fun they had, and yeah, I don't see why we can't keep it going. And
being the captain as the side, it would have been a pretty good honour to be that.
Yeah, I was certainly honoured. I honestly didn't expect it. I sort of went along to the trainings and that sort of thing, and I expected there might be a vote or something like that done, and then just sort of the last night of training, sort of Tim sprung it on me, and yeah, I was as surprised as anyone. But yeah, I was very happy to do it. But yeah, a little bit shocked.
Just away from football for a bit, Mickey. You were on the silver screen over the summer and towards this year, a reverse runner. Any contract talks from Hollywood or anything that's come forward yet? Have you even possibly a career in the reverse running industry? Because you were dirty a few times in that race, mate. I thought you could have won it.
Yeah, no, certainly not. That was just more to help out a few mates that were sort of doing that. So that was actually years back.
Yeah, I know.
It didn't work for a while, but I know it was good fun. But yeah, no, certainly no career path for me.
It was fantastic. It was great for Colac people just spotting everyone that they knew, and yeah, you were very noticeable in that one. I still can't believe you made it to the main event too in that one too. I thought you wouldn't have qualified, but you got through. So fantastic effort, mate. Back to the footy. Talk about the new recruits. Jace Kelly, you've played with him, played in a premiership with him as well. But Tim McLean, he's just a legend down in the Geelong Football League, and definitely at the St Mary's. It was a shock, I think, to a lot of people that, we know his brother was there, but it was a shock that he's come out of retirement and playing for you guys as well. And also Tommy McCrickard, he's a player that as well you can just put anywhere. He can ruck, can play half-back, can play forward, can play a midfield role. You've just got some great forwards, and adding Christian Kelly, who kicked 10 goals a couple of weeks ago, you've got a very potent forward line now.
Yeah, no, that's true. I imagine other teams, when they look at the names on paper up forward in Kelly, McCrickard and McLean, it's a pretty tough ask to sort of match up on all of them. But yeah, Tim was certainly. I know Tim from playing last year when he played for St Mary's, and yeah, at the start of the season we didn't have any expectation, but it just sort of worked out that he was probably sort of first year off, missing having a bit of a kick, and with his brother John playing at the club, he saw it as a good opportunity to come play some games. And yeah, since his first night of training, he's there every week, and yeah, he seems really keen and enthusiastic and that sort of thing, so it's been great to have him on board. And then yeah, Tom as well, I guess he works pretty closely with Christian, so we've got that bit of a connection there. And yeah, both great blokes fitted in very easily, and yeah, hopefully they've sort of missed it. I think Tom was back on the weekend, so we hope to have those guys sort of pretty consistently for the rest of the year, and hopefully into a finals campaign, but we've still got a little way to go there yet. And yeah, and JC, obviously he played in the premiership year, and it's great to have him back. Yeah, just another big strong body in the midfield, which is good.
What do you do, Mickey? Just traditional Micky Davis cutting through the centre corridor, and you look up and you've got Christian, Tom and Tim. Who do you kick to? All on good leads. They're all perfectly leading. Who do you kick to?
Yeah, whichever one's in the best position, I don't know. But it's a good problem to have, I guess.
Yeah, exactly,
no, we're pretty lucky in that regard. So
exactly, mate. Western Eagles on Saturday. We're broadcasting the game. We're looking forward to it. It's going to be a great game. Both sides are sitting 4th and 5th there. Realistically, you both could meet each other in the elimination final or a final as well. Yep. I don't think you played the earlier game, did you, Mickey, against the Eagles? I think you missed that one, didn't you?
Yeah, missed that one earlier in the year, Gary, yeah.
And they got you by a couple of goals that day, and that was when I guess they were jumping everyone in the competition. What are your plans for this week, mate? I guess it's hard to work against them because there's so many unknown players, and you sort of don't know what you're going to get every week with the Western Eagles. What are your plans coming forward to that game?
Haven't thought a whole heap about it. I guess, we're sort of keen to hopefully get one back on them after they beat us earlier in the year, and I guess we're sort of treating it like the Forest game when we played them a couple of weeks ago is one that we were really disappointed that we let slip away because it's sort of one of those 8-point games. So I think there won't be too much sort of geeing up and that sort of thing. Everyone will be ready to go, and they've certainly got some quality players. Obviously, Jake Reid, we saw him in first hand in the interleague game, and keep guys like that quiet, and hopefully we can have a win.
Awesome, Micky. Who's the best side you've played so far this season?
I'd probably have to say Lorne.
Yeah.
I think they're just big and strong, and just a mature bodies, the whole 22. They sort of don't seem to have a weakness. It's just you try and play your best and hope it's good enough. But I certainly think they might be the team to beat. But in saying that, the Imps haven't done much wrong either. They've only dropped the 2 games by less than a kick, so it's hard to sort of say they're not too far off it either. But probably Lorne, in my opinion, just at the moment.
Well, I guess, Micky, if you do make the finals this season, you're going to be well deserved. You've got the Colac Imperials coming up as well, and you've got Lorne as well. So it's going to be a tough run, but it's going to be very interesting to see how Brregurra go for the rest of the season, mate. Thanks for talking to me today on 1-on-1, and all the best for Saturday and the best for the rest of the year, mate.
Yeah, no worries. Too easy.